Hi everyone, welcome to week 6 of the Move More exercise classes. Hope you're all well and having a good week. For those of you who are joining for the first time, this is the intermediate level class. So this session is mainly standing up and it will be a little bit more vigorous than Tuesday's seated exercise. So in this class, we're going to get your heart rate up a little bit more, work the muscles as well. So hopefully you're all ready. Just a quick safety first of all. Like always, if you're not feeling well, please take a break and come back when you're feeling better, and speak to your medical team if anything unusual is happening during exercise. Also, as always, our contact details are below, so if you've got anything specific you want to ask in relation to physical activity, you can give us a call or an email, and we'd be happy to help you one-to-one. So take your own pace, have a break if it's too much for you. Worry if you're not going as fast as me, or if you want to go faster than I'm going, that's fine, it's up to you. It's your session, so you can do as much or as little as you like, and no one can see you, so it doesn't matter if you're keeping up with me or not. So yeah, today's session. So what we're going to do first is a warm up and get your heart rate going, and do some strength exercises. So today in the class, I'm going to use 2 carrier bags for my weights. So we're into week 6 now, so you might be finding using the tins aren't enough. So what you can do instead is just get any 2 bags, any carrier bags or cloth bags, anything, and fill them in with something. So I've got tins and a pack of lentils that I'm never going to eat. So yeah, just experiment how much you need to put in there to make it heavy enough. So you take stuff out, put stuff in, so that you want rough, even each side. So try and put the same thing in each side if you can, so the same weight. So this is a good tip as well. If I know some of you have got your own weights at home, that might be getting too light now. So you can. The good thing about doing this is you can just keep adding more and more in as the weeks go on, so you're testing your strength a bit more. So that's a little tip for you when you're home exercise. We don't need those yet anyway, so just put those there for a second, and we're going to start on the warm-up first of all. So okay, so yeah, we're just going to start moving the muscles and getting warmed up and loosening the joints up. So first of all, we're just going to start with some shoulder rolls backwards. So this section's going to be about 10 minutes in total, gradually getting more vigorous. Okay, and we'll just do a little bit with the wrists, twisting them forward, so your hands on top of each other and just twirling them forwards and backwards. Okay, good, and just now do some twists of the torso from one side to the other. Good, and next we're going to just twist the foot round. So you can do it on the floor. I can't get actually. There you go. So just twisting the foot around in a circular motion, warming up the ankle joint. So one way and the other way. And same on the leg. Rotating the ankle joint. Good. Okay, time to get moving a little bit. So we'll start with some marching on the spot. Okay, so try and swing your arms and try and stand up nice and tall as well. So throughout the class, you'll hear me saying good posture. So that means getting your shoulders back and standing up nice and tall. So when you're not in good posture, that makes it more likely to get injured and hurt yourself doing the exercises. So making sure you're using your abdominals, standing up straight, doing all the exercises is going to really help make it more effective and safer. Okay, next we're going to do some heel digs. So tapping your foot out in front and digging the heel into the floor. And you can add your arms as well. So just bending and straightening the arms. Good stuff. Okay, next one we're going to do, this time you're going to take the foot backwards. So tapping the foot behind. Like that. So try and get your back heel down flat on the floor. So then you're stretching your calf muscle a little bit, the back of your leg. So you can do this one a little bit slower. And gradually just try and pick up the pace a little bit. Good. Okay, back to the march. This time try and get your knees a little bit higher. And swing the arms a bit more purposefully. Okay, this time tap into the sides, so stretching inside of your leg. So we're going to just go a little tap to start with, and then progressing, getting wider. And then if you can, add your arms in. Good. Okay, back to marching. And knees nice and high. Okay, good stuff. Okay, this next one we're going to warm up inside and the hip joint. So you might want to use a wall to help your balance. So you're going to lift your leg up and rotate outwards and back round. You can do without the wall. That's good, just test your balance a little bit. Okay, and other side. Good. And this time we're going to get your leg over the top, so your leg goes out, up and round. So these are really good ones to do. We don't normally do this kind of movement, so it really helps loosen up the hips and get that joint moving. Same with the leg, especially if you're sitting down quite a lot, to get the joint going. Brilliant. Okay, back to marching. Okay, and we're going to do some punching out in front. So we're going to try and get your heart rate going a little bit now. Okay, back to this one. The side stepping. Okay, and punching out in front. So this time, instead of marching, you just bounce your knees up and down. Just try and get your punching a little bit faster. Okay, and then do some up above. And back down lower. Good, okay, and march again. This time we'll get your knees nice and high, and try and touch your knee if you can. So just tapping the opposite arm to your knee. Good. And then next one, flicking behind. So kicking your legs up. To your bum. And try and keep your arms moving same time if you can. Okay, and march again. So we're pretty much at the end of the warm-up section. So hopefully you're feeling a bit looser, should be breathing a bit harder, and your heart rate should be definitely elevated a little bit. If it's not, you may need to work a bit harder than I'm doing in the future. Okay, good. So just give everything a little bit of a shake off. Shake the wrists, shake the ankles. Just do a bit of a shoulder roll. Make sure everything's ready to go. I should have said at the beginning as well, if you want to have a water break at any point, then obviously just stop and grab a drink at any point. And yeah, if you're doing live with me, you can't pause me, but you can take a break still. So we're going to move on to some different strength exercises now. Well, 4 strength exercises, and one's going to be a cardio exercise, just to keep your heart rate up as you go. So we're going to do 5 in total, and hopefully going to do 3 times, definitely twice, maybe 3, depending on how long it takes. So this is the section you need your weights. So yeah, remember you can use 2 shopping bags filled with anything you like, or you can just use the can on its own, depending on how difficult you want to make it. And you can make these heavy or as light as you like. So the first one we're going to do is a squat. So what you're going to do is have the shopping bags either side, and then you're going to bend your knees down into a squat. So the shopping will go to the floor, and then you're going to lift up and curl your arms. That's 1 repetition. And we're going to do this 12 times. So I'll do it from the side. So bend your knees, push your bum back, chop into the floor, and then lift, curl up. So when you're ready, we're going to do this 12 times. So off we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good stuff, well done. So that's a good one using pretty much your whole body to start with. Next one is working your upper body and your arms and your chest. So this one is a wall press. I'm going to have to turn my back to you to show you. But basically, you put your any wall or a door, and your hands are going to be in line just a bit wider than your shoulder. Both hands on the wall, and you're just going to press down and straighten your elbows to the wall. So you can stand about 1 foot back, or if you want to make it harder, you can stand even further away. So the closer you stand, the easier it is, and the further away, the harder it is. So we'll go 12 times here when you're ready. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good stuff. Okay, next one is lunges. So we're back to lower body next. So this one, you may need a chair to help you with balance. So I'm going to show you without the chair and with the chair first of all. So without the chair, so your hands on your hips, take one leg back, and then you bend both knees at the same time. So you go down to the floor, up, and other leg back. So leg back, both knees bent towards the floor, back up. If you're using the chair, it's just to help you. So use with your balance, so you hold on while you go down, and you can adjust how low you go. So if it's a bit too difficult, you can just bend your knees a little bit each time. So just judge what's right for you. Okay, so 12 times when you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good stuff. Okay, next one, you need your shopping bags back again. So this time we're going to do, it's called a bent over row. So you want your knees slightly bent, and then you're going to lean forward without bending your back. So you don't want it to be arched like this. It's bending at your hips, so you can see my back still straight. And then what you're going to do is with your arms down by your side, you're rowing backwards like this. So arms straight and your elbows come up towards the ceiling and back down straight again. Okay, so when you're ready, get in your position. So you push your bum back a little bit with your knees bent. Lean forward from your hips, back straight. So you want to be looking straight forward and rowing 12 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good stuff. Just put your down. So the next one is to get your heart rate up. So what we're going to do is run on the spot for a minute. So you can run or you can march, up to you. I'm going to run today. So just a little jog. If you've got more space, feel free to run up and down. Go a bit more adventurous. And like always, you can go faster or slower than me. Okay, 30 more seconds. If you're getting tired, you can go to the march. If not, keep going, 20 more seconds. Going. And rest. Good stuff. Okay, so that's the first set completed. So what we're going to do is repeat all those 5 again. So hopefully, you know what you're doing a bit more now, and we can get straight into them. Have a quick water break if you need one. Okay, so it's back to the first one, which was the squat and the curl. So you might want to wrap the shopping bags around a bit more so they're not flapping around so much. So just get how you can grip them the best. Okay, so this one I should say as well, you can do as a sit to stand if you prefer. like that. Or you can do the full squat, up to you. So the sit to stand's a bit easier. Okay, so off we go. So push up and back, knees bent, and curl up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, next one is the wall press. So I've just got to turn my back to you again. So hands in line with your chest, just a bit wider than your shoulders, and pressing down to the wall. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good stuff. Okay, next one is your lunges. So up nice and tall, stepping back, both knees down, and back up. So this one, it's better to go slower. So you can see even I lost my balance there going too quick. So just take nice and slow, both knees bent to what you feel comfortable with. So this one is actually a really good exercise because it works all your legs and also helps improve balance as well. So it's really good for your knees to help strengthen them and make them more stable. Okay, one more. Good. Okay, and then next one is your row. So knees slightly bent, forward at the hips. Remember, back nice and straight, and pulling up with your elbows going towards the ceiling. So arms bent, straight to bent. Okay, one more. Good. And last one is you're running on the spot again, running or marching on the spot. So 1 minute of this. Okay, 30 more seconds. Ten seconds. Good, and rest. So have a quick break now. Get a quick drink of water. We're doing well for time, so we're gonna do them all one more go each, last set of these. So just catch your breath before we start, and we're gonna do the same again quite quickly through them. So you're getting a bit of the cardio effect from them as well. Okay. So when you're ready, we're going to go back to this one, which was the squat and the curl. And remember, you can swap and do sit to stand instead. A little bit easier. We'll stick with the full squat. Okay, we're all ready to go. 12 of these, last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good stuff. Okay, straight onto the wall press. So remember, further away makes it a bit harder if you want to. Arms straight and then bend in so your face goes towards the wall. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good stuff. And what's next? Lunges next. Remember, have the chair there if you need to. Hold on for balance. And both knees down, up, and back to the together. Nice and slowly, this one. Okay, last one. Good, and back to bent over row. So leaning forward, arms straight out in front, and pulling your elbows back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, last one, back to running on the spot. So this is the last minute, and then we're stretching. Going 30 more seconds. Twenty seconds. And rest. Good, well done. So that was a little bit harder than normal. Tried to make it a little bit more vigorous as we're in week 6. So hopefully you felt it was a bit more challenging than previous weeks, and can keep progressing as we go through. So the last section is your cool down. So we're doing a bit of stretching. So gradually bringing your heart rate down and getting the muscles back to normal. So to start with, we're just going to do a few head rolls. So we're going to work work down the body today for a change. We normally start with the feet and opposite way. Good, and then we're going to take that into a stretch. So just putting your ear down towards your shoulder so you get a nice stretch down the side here. And other side. Good, look up to the ceiling, stretching this part. And then this time we're going to stretch the top of the back. So you put one hand on top of each other, push forward, and just drop your head down. Good. And then lift that up into the side stretch. So it just should feel it all down this part of the body. Opposite way. Okay, and then reach round, stretching the chest up. So pulling your arms downwards this time. You feel the stretch across here. Good stuff. So moving on to the lower body. So we're going to stretch the quadricep at the front of the leg. So use the wall if you need to balance. And you're going to grab your foot or the back of your trouser if you're wearing trousers. And your knees should be together like this. Try and not have your leg out like that. Both knees touching. If that's too much, you can just lift your foot off the floor. You'll still get a stretch. Remember, hold on if you're wobbling. Okay, opposite side. So again, grab your trouser or your foot, or just raise your leg. Okay, next one is for the back of your leg, your hamstring. So you put your leg out in front, put your toe up to the ceiling, and then put your heel down, and then push your bum back, and then you should feel the stretch down one leg. So one leg bent, one is straight. If you're not feeling that, you can use your chair and just put your foot on the chair and lean forward. That's a bit of a more intense stretch for your hamstring. So either one, you don't want to overstretch, just feel it in the back of your leg. And other way. So these stretches should feel nice. If they're hurting too much, then that's not a good thing. You just want to gently stretch the muscles. Okay, and next one we're going to stretch the calf. So similar to the when we did the lunges, so 1 foot back, but this time both heels are on the floor and it's just the front leg that's bent, and you hold that still. So back foot is completely flat, or both feet are completely flat, and your front leg is bent. If you want, you can push onto a wall as well, just to get your stability. And swap. Good. Okay, and next one, we're going to go down towards our toes. So just drop your head to start with, and nice and gradually down towards your feet. And this is stretching all the back of your body, back of your legs and your back. And then up nice and slow. Keep your head down to last. Nice and slow. Reach up and take a big deep breath. And stretch round. And then roll the shoulders again. And start to shake everything off. Good stuff. So that's the end of today's session. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, any of these exercises you can do throughout the day when you feel like you haven't moved for a while, to get up, run on the spot, do a few star jumps, whatever, just to keep the body moving and keep active throughout the day, especially at the minute when we're not walking around or doing as much as we normally would. So keep remembering, move more as much as you can through the day. And as always, get in touch with us if you want to discuss anything one-to-one, or you're not sure about anything, or you want to try something new, but you don't know what, any of those things, get in touch. And if you've got any feedback as well about these sessions, anything different you'd like, or any comments, please let us know, and hopefully we can keep supporting you best as we can. So bye for now. I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.